Hello troops, I hope you're well. Today I'm visiting what used to be a former anti-aircraft site during World War II. And yeah, I've just pulled up to the location. I'm just waiting for some other people to turn up. We're doing a bit of a collaboration today with a few other explorers. One of them being called Nick. Check out Nick's channel, Nick's Exploration, on YouTube. I'll put the link down below in the description. And any other YouTubers that are here, I'll also put your names down in the links below as well. But yeah, once I get to the site and everyone's there, well then I'll just wait for that basically. So, ciao for now.
Actually, these structures, the whole place was built by, you're all local, you've probably heard of him, Stan Screwett was the builder. He was a big house builder in both after the war as well. He built it's a stupid place to build a wall, between the gun and the ammunition.
So a platform?
No, it's not. Well, you may be right. The theory is it wasn't a wall. The brick was just the brick finished at the same level as the concrete. And the idea was apparently there was a shock absorber. When the gun went off, then it would just take that impact, slight movement in the concrete, instead of it cracking, and just give it a bit of absorption.
So now we're just going to enter the telecommunications hub. This is where information would have been fed to the artillery points, located just there, and over there as well. And as you can see, it's been pretty well preserved at the moment. So let's go have a look inside without bumping my head. Ugh. Like as you can see, this room here would have been some kind of foyer or entrance area, possibly even an office as well. Not too many. I mean, there's old parts of it here, still preserved, such as the door frame. As you can see, there's not really a huge amount remaining of it. And the window frame here, still, this is a new one, as you can see, but there is an old window frame. There's Clive, that you can just see him. Gives a wave, Clive. And as you can see in here, this window ledge here, this is original. You can just make it out, focus. Not get too close to it. But this is an original window frame. Quite impressive. And of course, a new window frame has been placed in there just to preserve it. And these would have been offices for, the headquarters, if you like. This place would have distributed the information amongst the other artillery guns to give the high altitude and distance to the anti-aircraft guns to fire towards the aircraft. Facing in this direction, pretty much most of them. And I'll get a better position, but over this way here is the Humber Bridge, and that's this is north. So if you know where I am, you'll know where I mean. And a nice double door there with a drainage point, and the steps that lead up to the observation. There's a post just there, you can just see it there. There would have been some binoculars positioned, or even a Lewis gun, I've been informed, for any aircraft that flew low level that could be shot with a Lewis gun. And yet again, we've got think that these may be original, these pliers. Who knows? The original window frame again. As Ian RKS would say, a golden gem. Yeah. Hello Ian, if you're watching. Good to see you, mate. These windows, this would have been, I think, what I just stood on. This would have been for the communications underneath, or possibly even drainage. Drainage, I think, as you can see just there, that's a drainage point, and that would have come outside onto the ground, I imagine. Beautiful view there. Very peaceful. And we come out the other side of the bunker and we have some coat hangers, original coat hangers, dated back from the World War II. And I think these holes here, these holes could possibly have been for drainage or cables, telecommunication sort of things. And then we're going to make our way outside again, and I'll show you the outside bits. These bits here, this part here, this would have had some form of device that measures distance, height and elevation for the artillery guns, which would have been positioned here facing that way. I think we've got pictures of that, or we'll include into the video. And this part here, this would have held the binoculars. So binoculars would have been placed on the top of here, facing this way into over hull, and they would have given, you know, recognition of the aircraft types that were flying over. Obviously, the enemy aircraft would have been shot. And this one here, this is another anti-aircraft gun position. As you can see, the round here, this is like almost like a turntable where the gun would have been positioned, and so that would have been facing this way over the Hull area, as obviously Hull was quite heavily bombed during World War II. And we've got a number of different, I'll just come back here because my bloody phone's not as wide as I'd like it to be. I think these would have been storage areas, or ammunition storage of some sort for anti-aircraft projectiles. Just put the light on. And in here, I'm not entirely sure what it would have been, if I'm honest. It's very dark and damp, as you can just see little bits of water dripping. But yeah, pretty cool. And we go out, just another little shelter there. And this one holds some other golden gems actually. You've got a metal wheel here, just show you. We're not sure if this wheel here is agricultural or if it's to do with this gun here, we don't know. The guard doesn't know himself if it's related to this or associated with this gun battery. Yeah, getting out of breath, bloody hell. Anyway, so we're going to go to an area here, which was here. In here, this is where the crew, should I say, is it crew personnel? Even some original coat hangers there. Look, to get to focus. There's your coat hangers. This is where the crew would have been coming to rest. They would have come in here just to, you know, put the feet up a little bit. This here, this little hole in the ceiling, this would have been for the heater. So in the cold weathers, they would have stuck a heater there to keep warm in the room. Quite impressive. There's a few things, I don't know what that may have been, maybe for a cable or something. I think a bird's nesting in there actually or something. Little bird's nest. So we'll come out of here, back to where the gun would have been, and some other areas there. I think they're possibly ammunition storage, not 100%. Maybe even equipment. food supply. I don't know. Food supplies would have been in their accommodation, so that's that. There's Nick up there having a Nick and Clive. Nick's found a new girlfriend. Is that your new girlfriend, Nick? And these are the residential sheep. Quite a friendly bunch. And we just entered another one of these. Not 100% sure what's in here. Nothing, just rat poo. How lovely. A few bits. And yet again, it's in one of the positions. I tell you, if you ever come here, Butt Farm in Beverley, just on the outskirts of Beverley, and it's like just outside Beverley, not far from the Morrisons. Just a second, I'll tell you around. Right, so if you ever want to come to this site, this is called Butt Farm, and it's just outside Beverley. And I think if you just pay a small donation, you can organise with the owner of the site, who does the tours of this area. I think they just ask for a small donation, and you can just pay that. And honestly, as you can see, it's quite a brilliant site. There's the HQ there, and you would have had cable that come into here to control the anti-aircraft gun. But it's absolutely fantastic. It's been very well preserved. Historical Britain, I think they're called, paid some money to keep that preserved, which I think is good, but it could have been done better, I think. Even that National Lottery Fund should be putting money into this. You know, this is preserving British history during hard times of the Cold War, World War II, against German, the Luftwaffe air raids, which would have come from that direction here, all over Hull. They would have possibly even flown over here, but it's possible. But yeah, they've tried. It's for the event of any aircraft that wanted to fly outside the outskirts of Hull. This would have been an ideal site to have provided cover fire to any lower flying aircraft that came into this area. We've got away with quite a decent day. It started off a bit rain, well, a lot of rain, but now it's held off a little bit, so it's quite decent, really. Hey troops, we're now heading towards a World War II observation post, which is a bit of a trek away from the original anti-aircraft site, and as you can see, it's quite a dense forest and very muddy, as you can hear the sloppy mud underneath my feet. But yeah, this is another what the site owner knows about, and he's given us permission, and he's actually leading the way to the bunker, or observation post, should I say. So I'll see you when we get there.
I've learned some techniques. Oh, have you? Show us then. Go on, that's it. Good lad. Hey!
Here it goes. Yorkshire, I'll slip. I'll definitely slip. Whee!
The major social media platforms like Facebook. He does a lot on there. So you've probably seen him. Hi. I never understand what he's saying. So we just sort of mumble to each other and sort of like work.
So here's the escape route of the auxiliary bunker. And there's the entrance.
Yeah, sadly not much left to see. So Part of the original air vent there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that goes into the OB or if someone's dug that out. What do you think?
Looks accessible. We can see something in there.
It looks a bit bushcrafty. Someone's been messing about here.
Interesting.
Someone's put that on top to stop water going in.
I'll give it a little attention. Be very, very careful.
There we go. There goes Mike, MKMD.
God, that was getting off.
What is it? Concrete in there, or someone's just dug it out?
It's mud. There's even bottles of beer down there on a shelf.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, turn your camera so you can record it. I'll pause it.
It's quite difficult to get a... That's it. Yeah. I'm willing to go further in because I do feel it goes under here somewhere, maybe a bit, round about where Nick stood.
Yeah, the vent's here, but it could be the side of it, could be there.
There's a brick wall. It ends here.
Get in there then, Mike. What are you doing?
Do you want to just hold my camera again?
Yep.
It's quite slippy down here. You've got corrugated metal here, so you have to be very careful as well.
Okay.
I'll take my jacket off.
Sharp metal edges, be careful.
We're off your site now, we're alright. You've got to go in there, haven't you, if it's open? Yeah, did you not see the hole in there? Good job of showing my torch down then.
It does have like a corrugated piece of metal sheet that blocks like
Yeah.
a further tunnel.
I'm coming in. Yeah, you've gone through the side wall of it.
Sorry about the focus, it's quite... As you can see there is a sheet of metal. That there's a possible tunnel that goes further down. Seven bottles of San Miguel. And there's an improvised heater. Looks like a Caligas bottle that's got a hole in it.
Yeah, the RB goes that way. Jesus Christ, it's all small.
You see it? It don't go far down there. Where that thing is, it just goes down a bit further, about another 5 foot further down, and then it's blocked off.
Jesus.
So yeah, that would have been a...
That's the escape exit.
Yeah. Oh. Looks like it could collapse at any point, really.
It
So
would be a lot deeper, this. There's a lot of earth in
yeah,
there.
you can tell, I mean, it goes deep there.
Someone's been excavating it, haven't they?
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, it's collapsing there, look.
Someone's been excavating it.
Yeah, it's...
Give Mike my camera to record in there.
Joe, yeah, I don't mind if you...
No, you're in the white one anyway.
Interesting.